Excuse me, I had to have a slug of water there. Welcome, Stella here. Today I'm going to be making these little greeting cards or note cards, and I just thought you might like to come along with me. Okay, I'm basing these on a quilting patterns, and I've got Happy Days, my friend, and this is just it's a memory thing for me because I have two of the most amazing ladies as friends in another state, and I don't see them very often at all, but we used to quilt and stitch together. We used to call ourselves the Thursday Girls. One has moved on to more into quilting, and I just wanted a memory thing. Let's first go through the papers I'm using. I've got A5 cardstock, 250 GSM. I wouldn't recommend using any thinner than this. This is just perfect for a card. You don't have to go any thicker, but you can if you want to 300, but 250 is great. Now I'm using A5, and all I'm doing is, don't even have to score, we are just going, here we are, just gently crease that, and that's all we're doing. Okay, that's that. And for the border around my quilt piece, I am using this gorgeously coloured and textured paper. It's kind of an olive green. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, which I quite like. It's nicely textured like a linen. So I'm using that. And for the envelopes, I'm using a A4 size. It's a silky paper. It's a 200 silky paper, but you can just use ordinary. I wouldn't use 200 cardstock for it. I would use a I bought this in error thinking it was cardstock, but it's not, it's paper. I would probably go for the envelope 110 GSM. Okay, and this feels like it could be about that, maybe 130. But use your best judgment on that, because I'm really not an expert on making envelopes. Okay, so we've got that, and then we've got this, and I've got my little discs. Happy Days, my friend. I'm just putting them all together. Okay, let me just show you these little quilting pieces. I actually bought an 8-inch size background papers, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I can't even remember what they were called, but background papers are just perfect for this kind of thing. So I just took an A5 sheet of paper, of cardstock, sorry. I did use a 200, and I cut my pieces in basic different strips first, and then angle cut some. This one I've got a 5-sided triangle shape there. I will do a video on how I do this. Okay, and then I stuck it down in the middle of the A5, And you do trim this down afterwards because these are not A5 when you finish up. They are 18 centimeters by 12. You've got a little bit of wiggle room. As your A5 is, oh, let's go in inches. Let's just stay in inches. You've got 7 and 1/16 by 5 and 1/16. So you've got oodles of room to trim back anything that needs trimming. Okay, so grab your A5. And actually, depending on how thick your actual decorative paper is, you could even use copy paper, as long as it wasn't less than, say, 110 GSM. Okay, so I cut that shape out, plonked it in the middle with glue. I just used wet glue, and then I cut another shape just off a strip to go in there, and I just went round on this one like a crazy patchwork quilt, and then trimmed them to this size, which is like 7 and 1/8. It's supposed to be 7 by 5, and then cut them down the middle, and I've got 2 quilted pages. Now this one started off with a 4 square in the middle, I think that's it. That started off that way. It was 2 inch, and then I just added either side, cross there, and then just added as I thought I would like. And then again trimmed it down to the 5 by 7, and if you know anything about quilt blocks, that will definitely help you if you want to stay within that parameter. There's another one I wanted to show you. These are all halved, so they've all got a partner. Anywho, you get the gist, I hope. There you go. That shows us another one. And this one, I think I just started in the corner and just did different width strips all the way down to the opposite corner, and then cut it in half. So I'm doing 8 for this set. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now what I did then, I scanned them up in my computer, resized them to A4, and printed them out. Aren't they just gorgeous papers? Now I have designed an album, or papers for an album, called My Quilting Diary, and they're available on my Facebook page. This one is just all squares, and then it's got a border around it, so it's a whole quilt. They're beautiful in the A4, absolutely, and just amazing papers, absolutely amazing papers. This one was the cross, and then each little square was built up. And this one started in the middle, and then a long one across there, and then filled in the rest. These are available on my Facebook page. Okay, down to business. So we've got our next one. We're going to trim these to, sorry, just get my notes, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. What did I say? 3 3/4. I've already done that. That's 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And from here we make that 1/2 inch strip. Okay, let's print out a few while we're here. 3 3/4. I don't like that little bit curled up. Keep that. I'm not sure if this is going to work doubled. It's quite thick paper. Oh, beautiful. Give us another 2. That's just a little bit big, but never mind. That gives us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. So you'll need 2 sheets of your backing paper. That's a bit daggy. Oh, great stuff. Okay, what did I say? 3 3/4. Don't need that one. And 5 1/4. 5 1/4. Let's just take these and do some what do they need to be? They need to be just the same size as this, so we're going with 3 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 16ths. My goodness. 3 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, 1/2 inch. There. Ouch, don't pinch me. Thank you. And another 1/2 inch. gosh, I don't like it when I have to be so precise. Precision and me don't really go. It looks pretty precise. We shall see when the time comes if we are. That looks alright. I think we need 2 more. One and 2. Okay, I think that's all we need in the cutting department. So what I'll do then is grab the glue, and center it best you can. Best to just use a glue so you can maneuver it. Oh yeah, we're still a wee bit big. Now you could put this strap across the middle, but I wanted to show almost all of the quilting. So I'm just going about the same width as this up, so it's about 1/2 inch. And then our little label. I just printed these out on my regular printer and run it through my scissors in the circle, so I don't have a circle punch. That would have been easy. Okay, and we're just going to pop that there. And there we go, we've got 2. Okay, let me show you about the envelope. Okay, I used the silk paper and I cut it 10 inches by 7 1/4. Okay, and then with the 10 inches at the top on my scoreboard, I scored at 3 inches and then 7 1/2 inches. So score them in, then turn it round and score down from the 7 1/4 at 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch all the way down. And then take off, I've already punched that, so that probably looks a bit odd to you. Take off this piece and this piece and these 2, just leaving this flap, and cut off a nice little wedge there. Okay, if you've got another way of doing envelopes, please feel free. Now I'm just going to put some glue here. And then flip it up. I have several different ways of doing envelopes, but this is just the one that came to hand. Okay, that's it. And I'll show you how it fits. Fits really nicely. There's plenty of room in there if you wanted to add, you know, something, flower or what have you. There's plenty of room. Or you don't have to make it quite so big. That was probably yeah, I probably could have made it smaller, couldn't I? I probably could have. But hey, I don't like it, you know, a tight fit, so I'm happy with my no, I'm not actually happy with this. So let's change it. Okay, let's change it. We will go with let's use this as a template. Okay, use this piece as a template. Okay. Now that's our 3-inch score. So instead of 7.5, we should probably go to 4 1/4. So that is 4 1/4 score. Okay, which will give us actually 4 on its own is enough. Just my grubby ruler. Okay, so 4 inches. It's hard to write on this silky paper. Okay, so then we had 7 1/4 wide. We don't need that. We just need, let's say about there, and then a 1/2 inch. So we just need 6 1/2. So 6 1/2 by, we'll still stay with the 10, okay? We'll stay with the 10. Let's get that in motion. I'll tell you what, I'm not an expert in paper, but this is not a 200 GSM. That's for sure. Okay, so we are still going with the 10 inches. Okay, remove that. Then we are going with 6 1/2. Remove that. Okay, now let's grab our scoring board. Okay, along the 10 1/2, we're going to score at 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. And another 4 inches after that, so it's 7. I think that's right, 7. Oh, that's not finished. That's the one I fitted. Oh dear. Instead of this one. Okay. Disregard what I just told you. I don't know. Yeah, that's perfect. I knew it was. I just knew it was. So we're going to go back to square one and we are going to do it again. I just wasn't thinking. I just picked up the wrong piece of card. What happened? Senior moments. Gee whiz. Okay, so that's what we want to make an envelope for. Okay, so we are going with 10. And 7 1/4. Okay, with the 10 across the top, we are scoring at 3 inches and 7 1/2 inches. Turn it round just once and we are scoring at 1/2 inch. Flip it across and score another 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm wide awake now. Okay, I like to do this with the with that little bump facing me. So we are going to take and cut it from the inside of that bump. Inside of that bump up to and just past that first score line. Then you're going to take a wedge out like that. This one also on the inside of that bump. I think I've missed it by a bit. I have. And wedge it. Just past that, and we'll wedge it again. I'll just turn this one over, just for ease of handling. And wedge it again. Now the larger one is the underside. Crease and crease. That's your top flap, that's your underside. So I am going to punch them out. these up. You can punch out both. Let's give it that beautiful look and punch out both. Don't think it's going to make any difference to the putting together of it. Oh look, that looks nice. Okay. Folded up. Just got a little bit of overhang there. Okay. How's the test? This is the card. Going in there, fitting beautifully. Yep, fits beautifully. Okay, now you, causing all this trouble, need to be glued to here. You can use tape as well. Don't just use tape, add some glue too. Not only does it give you wiggle room, but as you know, tape doesn't dry. Now, if you will notice that the gaps between my sides and my top and bottom are slightly different. You can, if you want to, trim this so that you can centre it more, but I wasn't particularly fussed about that. Number 2. Okay, let's make another envelope so you've got it in your head, so that I've got it in my head, I should say. Where are you? Oops, upside down. Okay, we are 10 inches. Oops. By 7 1/4. Okay, along the 10-inch one, we are scoring at 3 inches and 7 1/2 inches. Was it round once? And then we go 1/2 inch. There is it round the opposite side. And 1/2 inch. Okay, just fold up on our creases, and you've just folded it wrong. This paper is quite, it will crack, unfortunately, if I'm not careful. So I might just do that again on that one. Okay, Then we are going to trim off this little piece inside and give it a wedge. Oops. I usually get this wrong when I go cut it on this side. Oh, we seem to be okay. And a wedge. We have our little punch. Now I've chosen the smallest, the shorter side for my top flap, the longer side for that, but you could do it differently, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Whatever you need. I can't sing. That's the one thing I regret in my whole life, that I just have not the ability to sing. Whoops. No, we are not happy with you, mister. So let's just tell it where we want it to go. I think we just missed out on that crease a bit. Yeah, that's better. Still a little off. I'm getting cross with you. Okay. And that's that one. Beautiful. Okay, let's make one more card. And then I'll do the rest off camera. Okay, one piece of A4, 250 GSM. Gently crease it. Don't go crazy. This and this. That's just a tad big. I might gift these to one of my dear friends. actually, since I've got the A4 sheets of this paper, quilting paper, I might make a little pouch or a little box for these to go in. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Like I have done before, just a little box. Okay, so I need to make some more envelopes and some more cards, and since I don't know how to fast forward my videos, I'm going to have to pause and then come back when they're all finished. Whoops. Oh, excuse my dirty mat, this is just shocking. If you've got any ideas on how to clean a self-healing quilting mat, I would really love to hear it. Okay. Okay, I'm on my last one now. This comes together so quickly, it's just, the envelopes will take a little bit of time, but these were just a tad too long. Oops, a bit more glue on there, I think. And then glue on the back. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous are they? Absolutely beautiful. Nice sentiment too. Absolutely gorgeous. If you wanted these papers, I've got them on my website, on Facebook, Stella's Handmade. Okay, I just have to do some envelopes now, but I think you've got the gist of it. They're gorgeous. And it's the actual papers themselves. You know, the papers you buy, the decorative papers that make whatever project you are doing. Sorry about that. It's the papers themselves that lend magic to your project. And these are just, to me, they are just pure magic. Okay. Now we'll make a little box for it, I think. So we will do another email on that shortly. Not today. I'm going to watch cricket. Okay, thank you for being with me. I hope you enjoyed that. Click like if you liked what I did, and make a comment. That would be awesome. And you know what would be great? If you subscribed. That would help me. That would be awesome. Thank you very much, and everyone stay safe and stay well. Bye.